All right, guys, we're good. Coach Hall, 41-20 today, big victory over Wheeling. Just opening remarks.
I was really proud of the guys. We played well. We talked all week. Wheeling was 3-1. They played tough. And we're trying to get our season on track, win 2 in a row. And these are the kind of games that we want to be in. We want to play good football teams. And I thought the kids responded. We had a pretty good week of practice. We talked about starting fast. We were able to score the first drive. First half, we made a few mistakes, but, we stayed in it. And then obviously in the second half, we had a really good second half on both sides of the ball and kind of separated ourselves there. So thought it was a really good win. I think this is the first time since 2016 that Pembroke's had 3 wins in the first 5 games. So that's something that we've talked about as well. We're really focused on the history of the program, and we're trying to do good things here. So we have a great opportunity to keep this thing rolling, but I'm really proud of the guys.
Kind of an offensive explosion there in the second half. Not just scoring a lot of points, but big plays there.
I felt like, the last 2 weeks we've been close. You could just kind of see it coming. We've been right there, and, we had a pretty good day today. Obviously 41 points. We had over 500 yards. Still feel like we left a lot of plays out there. Obviously we had 4 turnovers. So we're still a work in progress, but I think the guys are starting to figure it out. Starting to realize what the scheme can do if we execute and play to our capability. Like I told them at a point in the game, and this is what it's supposed to look like. We're not going to score 40, 50 points every week, but we certainly have enough talent to have those kind of explosive plays if guys do their job and play hard. And today we saw that.
Always need to see some school records fall. A couple for Trey, and then Colin tied the passing touchdown record as well. So. What does that mean for the program and those guys individually?
Yeah, no, that's everything. We want guys to be successful individually too. Obviously it's about the team and winning, but we want guys to thrive in the schemes that we're running on both sides of the ball and on special teams. And I'm really happy for Trey. He's faced a little bit of adversity off the field the last 2 weeks. Wasn't able to play last week. Didn't play his best game against Charleston. So, we kind of told him all week, like, hey, this has got to be a bounce-back game. You're a senior. You only have so many opportunities left. And, he went out there and made plays. Probably kicking himself. He dropped one in the fourth quarter, probably another touchdown. But he played really well. I'm going to get on him because I haven't seen him run that fast since I've been here. So I don't know if the week off helped him or if he's been dogging it. But, obviously we need him to do that more. And then Colin, obviously, he's come in. He's really ignited us, does a lot of really good things with his decision-making and with his feet. Obviously, he's got a couple throws that he'd probably want back today. But, he's really sparked our offense. He's given us another threat back there in the run game, which has helped us quite a bit. And then, obviously, he's making plays with his arm. So I think he's only going to continue to get better as well. This is only his second start as a quarterback here. Obviously, he's played in a lot of games, but, so I think his best games are in front of him still.
The key play in the first half, flea flicker back to Colin, and then he threw the tray there. Little kind of trickery there.
Yeah, honestly, as the longer I stay here, you're going to realize I love trick plays. We practice trick plays every week. It just hasn't happened yet. We actually called one in the Charleston game and got a false start, so we didn't end up running it. But, we had a couple tricks on the call sheet this week. We were able to run the flea flicker, and it worked perfectly. And I was ready to call another one in the fourth quarter, but when we got up 3 touchdowns, I figured, it's probably not the right move to do and run another trick play. So, we practice those things. We talk about those things. That's part of what we do, and you'll continue to see those things as long as I'm here.
Defensively, shut them down for basically for the second half. They scored on the first drive and then the points after that.
Yeah, I was really proud of the defense. They're starting to figure it out as well. We put them in some bad spots with the turnovers. They probably wouldn't give up 20 points if we don't have the 4 turnovers. But, we faced some adversity on that side of the ball in weeks 2 and 3. We didn't really meet the standard that we talk about on that side just in terms of running to the football and contesting everything. And I think last week we started to figure some things out. And then this week, we played a good offense. Those guys were averaging 34 points a game coming in here, and they were extremely balanced, run and pass. And I thought Coach Neely and the coaches and those guys did a really good job. We had a good game plan. I don't know how many turnovers we ended up forcing, probably 2 or 3. And, when you take the ball away, that's a good day for us on defense.
Coach, it was kind of going back and forth in that first half, but then in the third quarter, you guys just kind of blew open the doors with 21 points. Was there anything you guys maybe changed in that third quarter, or this thing started to click more?
We made a few little adjustments, but I think we knew offensively we were right there. We were moving the ball. We made some plays. It was just we had those turnovers in the first half that kind of stopped our momentum. And, I don't know what it is. The last 2 weeks, our first play out of halftime, we've had 2 65 or 70-yard touchdowns, which is great, and it's funny because we were talking on the headset, I was going to call a different play, and as the players ran on the field, I switched it at the last second, and obviously it was just meant to be. We ended up running a play, and it was an RPO, and Trey was wide open, and Colin threw a great ball, and Trey took it to the house, and, it just gave us momentum right off the bat. And I think once we got that touchdown, I think offensively we know, as long as we don't beat ourselves, we're going to be able to move the ball up and down the field and score.
Sincere's role in the team is starting to expand a little more as the games. He had a kickoff return and another run that were both called back on the touchdowns. But aside from that, can you evaluate how he's been playing these last couple of weeks?
Sincere's going to be a superstar here. We signed him knowing that. He's a true freshman. He's coming along. He's getting better every game. He just has a different level of speed. I think you see that on the field. When he gets out in the open field, there's very few guys out there that can run with him. And he's got great balance. Still makes a lot of freshman mistakes. Had a terrible walkthrough yesterday, and I was all over him and pulled him in and just said, hey, listen, I'm going to be on you. I think you can be an all-conference, all-American, lead this conference in rushing someday, so I'm going to coach you hard. And that's the thing I love about Sincere is he doesn't mind being coached hard. So we hold him to a high standard. He's working at it every day, and I think he's only going to keep getting better.
Momentum going into Frostburg State. That's a tough game next week, but you guys obviously played some of your best football, at least today.
Yeah, we talked about that in the locker room afterwards. We talked about it on Monday this week, coming off the win against West Liberty. Wheeling was 3-1 coming in here. Frostburg's either going to be 4-0 or 3-1 next week. Fairmont's playing good ball here in 2 weeks, and these are the games we want to be in. We want to play the best teams. We want this program to be playing at a high level so we can compete against the best. And we want to be able to do that on the road. So I think the guys obviously coming off 2 wins are going to be excited to come back to work on Monday. They're going to be looking forward to the opportunity to going up to Frostburg. They scheduled us for homecoming. I told the team last week that's got to stop. Pembroke can't be everybody's homecoming game. And, so we got to show up ready to go, So this year I guess we'll take the homecoming tour, and then hopefully next week people rethink that.
Last question. Evan Van Meter didn't play last week, but he had 6 solo tackles today. Just about how he,
Yeah, it's great to have Evan back. He just brings a physical presence to our team. He's experienced. We've missed him the last couple weeks. Obviously got a high ankle sprain, so it's been a slow process getting him back to the field. But I think you could just feel his presence from the sideline. You could see it on the field. They were trying to run the ball, and they made a few little runs, but Evan was in there, doing his job as an inside linebacker. So, getting guys like Evan back is huge for us. And I think as we go along, we had a couple guys that didn't play today. I think we're going to continue to get more healthy. So that's going to be good for our team.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
All right, off the win today, and really strong defensively in the second half today. They scored on the first drive and then didn't score after that. After they'd come in, playing pretty well on the offensive side. So what went well for you guys there in the second half defensively?
So one thing I will say, we just started flowing to the ball. Everybody started moving faster, and our D coordinator says, Coach Neely, weird things happen when you run the ball. So it was a collection of all of us. We all kind of stepped up and decided they're not going to score too much.
Sean, MEC player, co-defensive player of the week last week. Kind of a similar stat line, but instead of a pick six, you had a fumble recovery. These last couple of weeks, you've just been playing really, really strong and just been, the head of that defense. Does that just maybe speak to you how you've been able to flourish in this new defensive scheme, or is it just maybe all around you and your team?
That's really not even me. That's the defense put me in a good position to make plays. So I'm in the position. Coach called the play, so that's really not me. I'm just running the ball, man.
Sorry, on that play, it sort of was a weird play. Sort of describe what happened on that play and how you were able to be in that place to recover the ball.
So our boundary safety came down and knocked somebody out. The ball was on the ground. I thought it was a dead play. I thought the ball was dead, and then I didn't hear no whistle. I picked it up, fumbled it a little bit, but tried to get back on it.
Some of your teammates today, again, similar to last year, filled the stat sheet with tackles for a loss. Can you just maybe go about what it's like seeing your teammates all, I'm trying to do the quick math here, but it's pretty close, if not over 10 tackles for a loss.
Man, I love it. I love seeing it. Yeah, to see them linemen, like all week we were telling linemen, hey, if you stop the run, game's ours. So just seeing them in the backfield all day brightened my day up, had the whole defense playing well. So just seeing all the D linemen be able to make plays is good for the defense.
Was there anything you guys changed going into that second half after just giving up one touchdown through the whole?
No, it was mainly just a mentality change. We gotta start holding them. Can't let them get too far down.
How much momentum does this result give you guys going into Frostburg?
It should give us a lot. The team morale is going to be up. Everybody's going to be happy, excited to get back to practice. So coming off 2 wins is always good to go into that third week, especially on a homecoming. Like, love to ruin somebody's homecoming. So it should be good.
All right, thanks, Sean.
good.
All right, Chris, want to kick it off again?
All right. Second half, kind of an offensive explosion there for you guys, and not just a lot of points, but on a lot of big plays, explosive plays. So, went well for you guys in the second half.
I mean, really just trusting the game plan that we had. You know, we made a couple adjustments, try to get the ball outside more in the run game, and let Sincere get out in space. And then really we had 2 of those touchdowns that were quick drives, and really it was just a play call from Coach Hall. We made an adjustment. We could tell their safeties were playing down on the slants over the middle, so we just made a little adjustment to Trey. So you're really just trusting the game plan, you know, in the preparation for this week. That's really all it was.
I don't know if you were told yet or not, but you've tied the school record for passing touchdowns in a game with 6. Were you kind of just realizing how many touchdowns you were throwing during the game, or do you just maybe take a step back now after the game and realize how well the offense was clicking today?
I mean, I didn't really realize until I think Coach Riley came up to me and said I had 6, but I mean, really the goal is just to get out there the next series and do it again, you know. And I mean, I had 3 interceptions, we had a turnover, so I mean, you take those away, it might even been a better game. So those are just things that, you know, we got to clean up. Coach Hall talks about, you know, playing our best football every quarter, you know, coming out from start to finish, and I feel like we're getting there every week. And, you know, offensively we kind of fell off in the fourth quarter. That's kind of on me too as well, getting everybody going. So, you know, we put those pieces together, you know, we could really light the scoreboard up and, you know, still finish out games like that. So.
Yeah, sort of second half, everything starts clicking. Sort of describe what communication was like in the first half compared to the second half. Yeah,
we had a couple good drives in the first half, you know, so we all knew that we could just move the ball on them, get down the field. It was really just a matter of being consistent and putting it in the box when we get down there. So, I mean, we still had that confidence, you know, every series is just, you know, we just got to execute. That's the biggest thing. You know, they were a good defense. You know, they were doing some stuff up front with some blitzes, mixing it up. But, you know, we just had to trust each other, trust our teammates, and just go out there and execute, really.
The flea flicker in the first half, take me through that play.
I mean, yeah, like Coach Hall said, we practiced it all week. And honestly, we really didn't run it that well during the week. So, when we got out there, it was really you just got to execute it that time. So we got lucky had a good pitch back from Keyshawn, and Trey beat the safety, so I just had to put it up there for him to go get it. So it was just a good call in a good situation. It worked out.
How fun are those?
Oh, yeah, they're pretty fun, yeah. I mean, scoring touchdowns are really fun. So.
And then going off of one, you threw 4 to Trey Dixon today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what was it like just having a receiver like that where you can just go to him every time to make a big play?
It makes me look good. That's all I got to say, really. I mean, he's getting open. He's doing his job. You know, he's catching the ball, blocking for our running backs. So he had a really good game, and hopefully we can just keep getting that from him for the rest of the season. You know, he's a leader on our team. We all know that. We just got to keep encouraging each other to play like him, and he's setting the example for everybody else. So it's really good to have him.
Seems like the offense has kind of improved week after week. So how much are you looking to maintain that improvement each
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the goal, is to just get better. No matter 1%. If it's 1%, 5% better every day at practice, just I mean, really the sky's the limit for us. I believe that 100%. So really just trying to get better every day.
Thanks.
Good. Appreciate it.
All right, we have a roll. All right, Chris.
All right, second half explosion for you guys offensively. Just a lot of points, a lot of big plays. Take me through that second half and what went well for you guys there.
We just came out well. Lately, we've been getting to it slow. We haven't been a good first half team. We've been coming out in the second half and then trying to, kick it in. But, I mean, we just kept going. We had going in the first half and made sure we put our foot on their necks.
And not sure if you were aware of this, but score record for receiving yards and receiving touchdowns in a game. So what does that mean to you?
Man, all praise to the Most High. I mean, I had a minor setback last week, so I had to come back. Shout out to Coach Neely. He told me before the game, he said, you owe us. So you owe us for last week. So, I mean, that was on my mind the whole game, just doing it for my team.
And 75-yard touchdown, 73-yard touchdown. Describe what those huge plays are like for you.
I mean, the ball just fell in my hands, and I just started running. I just seen green grass. I don't know if y'all remember, but early in the season, Fayetteville State, I got caught. They've been on me all year about getting caught. So I said, man, I just got to run. So.
Trey, we asked Collins, but just going back and forth with you and your quarterback, what's it like just to have that connection where it seems it's really smooth, especially today?
Mm-hmm. I mean, shoot, Collins just trusts me, and I trust him. I trust that he's going to put the ball where it needs to be, and he trusts that I'm going to catch it. So, I mean, we've been going at it all week. I've made a goal all week, no drops. Last home game, we had a problem with drops. We having a problem with drops all season. So that was my thing. I had a drop today, matter of fact, at the end of the game. But, yeah, I mean, just made a goal, no drops, and that chemistry is just there.
Jason and I were walking on the sidelines before the game. We were talking about we quickly glanced through 9. There was something in your eyes. Were you just maybe predicting something like this today, or were you just going to go out there and play your game, or did you maybe feel something just starting to play, each going deeper and deeper with Wheeling?
Well, I mean, shoot, I just had that feeling today. It's I don't know, I can't even explain it. It was just I was just so locked in today, couldn't nothing take me off my path. I made a goal not to look. I was trying not to look back at the crowd, just stay looking at the field all day. But yeah, I mean, just staying locked in on what I had to do and capitalize and dominate.
Yeah, sort of. What were you seeing from the corners and safeties on those plays where you broke free?
They were breaking on a lot of stuff. They were playing kind of aggressive, like the slant and goal. They were breaking on a lot of stuff, like the slants. Their coach was calling out our plays. Their coach was calling, and whenever I went in the slot, their coach was calling, slant by 3, glance by 3. So I mean, Coach Hall just did a great job of dialing stuff up. Hey, shout out him. I just made the plays.
How much momentum can you guys take going into Frostburg from this kind of performance?
We just got to keep going. We set the standard well. I feel like we still haven't played our best. To our best, we had 3, 4 turnovers. Hey man, that's so much we left on the field. We got to come out and we got to eliminate those and keep going so we can take it a step further. Today wasn't nothing in my opinion.
All right, that's it.
Thank you.
Trey.
Appreciate y'all.